I'm Zward, and in this video I'll try and give as much detail as possible about warding spots, why you should ward, and how to ward efficiently. I've been playing support for about 60 to 70% of my time in Heroes of Newerth and Dota 2, and it's my main role. I'm not a high level player, but I felt like I had to make a basic video guide to help or try and stimulate people to support their team. When placing wards, you need to take in mind what vision your team needs, are you losing or winning, and the composition of heroes that you're playing. Let's start off with a basic rune ward. This spot is my favorite spot for warding. If I'm playing Dire or Radiant, it doesn't matter because this helps either lane or either faction, because it shows the rune and what it could potentially spawn as. And if you're playing Dire, it helps your mid in a way that if they have a jungler and he tries to transition for a gank from here, your mid can see it with this ward, and he's gonna try to avoid the gank. And vice versa, if you're playing Radiant, if our Dire mid from here gets the rune and tries to transition from mid to ganking bottom, if your lane's too pushed, well, that's not gonna happen, but it happens in pub games. You can see it with this ward, and you can hide in the tower, or you can protect yourself basically. If you're Radiant, you'd want to put a ward here. This is a very good spot to have vision on, because it protects your hard lane from mid's ganks from here or from here. You're gonna see mid coming anywhere from here to here, and it also spots the enemy jungler when he's coming here for taking the medium camp, and you can gank him, you can take the first blood on him, you can do whatever because you have the vision to manipulate his movements. As your team's ward bitch, you're also required to ward Roshan to see if the enemy team's ganking him. So placing a ward here to see if they're coming from here, or placing a ward here to see them coming from here, is good if you're a Radiant player. If you're a Dire player, you'd want to have a ward here or a ward here. All these wards tell you if the enemy team is going for Roshan or not. If you're playing on the Dire side, you'd want to place one of your first wards here. It stops the enemy creep from spawning, thus providing a good lane control for you, so you have a chance at farming creeps on the hard lane, which is here for the Dire. This is only for Dire players. As for the Radiant, this is the spot you should probably choose to place a ward in order to block the pull. I like this ward spot for another reason as well, because it shows part of the lane here. If someone's coming in from, let's say here, or their jungler's coming here for a gank on your hard lane, that's also going to prevent that. It is important to know if your team has momentum on the game or not, because if you're winning and your team plays aggressive, shutting down enemy team's creep farm or whatever, if you're Dire, you'd want to put a ward here to have as much vision in their jungle as possible, because if you're winning, they're gonna try to take the jungle to come back in the game, and you generally want to stop that from happening, because nobody wants to lose, right? And you can put a ward here. That way you can see most of their jungle. You can see the 3 camps here if they're going to take it, and you can see the 1 camp here. So you're shutting down basically all of their jungle, stopping them from farming. And now if you're winning as the Radiant, you should probably have a ward here seeing their entrance to the jungle, and a ward here, because they can only enter from this side of the map, from here and from here, and you'd want to stop them from farming. So if you see them immediately, you should just move on to their jungle and gank them. In higher level games, the enemy support is probably going to try and stack the ancients for their team, so having an ancient ward here, having vision on the ancients and they're stacking it or not, is really essential. So this is a Dire spot to ward, and this is going to be a Radiant spot to ward, to see if their ancients are getting stacked, so you can go and take them or gank the carry when he's taking them. You should always have at least 2 sentry wards on you, because if you have momentum with the wards, you're going to see the enemy support placing wards, so you should counter that as soon as possible, if not immediately. Thanks for watching, and be sure to leave your feedback in the comment section below. Hi, I'm Zorn, and in this video I'll give I'm Zorn, and in this video I'll give as much detail as possible about warding spots, why you should ward, and how to ward efficiently. I've been playing support for about 60 to 70, but I felt fucking shit bricks.